you already know we need a little drinky. Relax before we get into this video, because we will be here for a while. You guys, you know what we're gonna do in this video? We're gonna listen and we're not going to judge, because what I'm about to share with you is very sensitive information. But I do fear we both need to be aware of this information to proceed with our reading year. Anyway, I don't know why that had to be so fucking cryptic. We will be talking about every single book I have on my TBR list. And this is not gonna be every single book I have on my TBR list in general. This is like my to be read now, to be read immediately, to be read yesterday. Okay, this is the immediate TBR list. And you're probably thinking, Yana, how many books could be on your immediate TBR list? It can't be that many. Think the fuck again. I have a whole, I keep glancing over here because I have a whole TBR cart right next to me. You don't even want to see the size of it. It's honestly so heavy that if you hear a loud noise, it's because this cart has broken down and all of my books are on the floor. So not only do we have this, but I also have a whole list in my notes on my phone of books that I have in my Amazon cart. Muffin, can you stop burping? There's nobody work around here. Go back to bed. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into it because we have a lot of things to talk about. Oh my god, wait. Also, the new background situation. I'm obsessed. It looks so fucking cute. I don't know if you noticed, but like, this is adorable. Okay, anyway, moving on. Okay, first let's start with my current read and actually like my two current reads, because I'm in the middle of reading two different series and one of them is more important than the other because I am rereading Fourth Wing for the second time because I need to refresh my memory. I need to get back into the world before Onyx Storm comes out. So Onyx Storm is obviously on my immediate to be read list. I will be reading it the night that it comes out at 12:01. My ass is so sat and it's not getting up until that book is done. I'm gonna try to see if I could like space it out maybe, but who the fuck am I kidding? I will devour that book faster than I can breathe. But right now I'm reading the Fourth Wing and then we have Iron Flame and Onyx Storm. Anyway, the other series that I'm reading is the Hollow Boys series. I read book 1, which is The Lies We Steal, and book 2, which is The Truths We Burn. Book 1 was shit, book 2, way better, 4.5 stars, like so good. So then we have book 3, 4, and 5. They pretty much follow the same friend group. We have The Blood We Crave. Okay, this sounds fun. This is all dark romance, by the way. And then The Blood We Crave Part 2. Oh, okay. Slay. And finally, The Oath We Give. So that's gonna be read pretty soon. Moving on, we have Fairy Tale. I heard so many good reviews on book reads, and then I talked to my friend Mariana about it, and she was like, I don't know if you're gonna like it because it's like history. She said that it's unlike any book she's ever read. It's like history with fantasy. Mariana, if you're watching it, I'm really sorry. I forgot what the fuck you said. But she said that she's not sure if I'm gonna like it, but she said that I should give it a try because it's one of the best pieces of literature she's ever read. Should we read the back? Because I haven't even read the back. Let's see. What could possibly go wrong in a town that rhymes with fairy tale? Oh, the town is called Fairy Dale. I get it. August 1955. Oh, okay. When Miss Darcy O'Sullivan, I don't know how to read, an orphan English teacher from Boston, receives a letter that her biological father passed away, she's surprised to find herself included in his will. There's only one condition. She must travel to Fairy Dale to attend his funeral. Okay, spooky. I love it. With the promise of a sizable inheritance, Darcy decides to journey to the small coastal town that holds the secret of her birth. But the moment she steps foot into Fairy Dale, things start to go amiss. Odd residents, odd rumors, odd deaths. Everything about Fairy Dale is odd, including brooding Caleb Hale, part of the infamous Hale family. During the day, she falls deeper and deeper under his spell, and he forces her to step out of her comfort zone and embrace her inner sensuality. I thought it said sexuality, but sensuality. Two different things. But at night, it's another man who haunts her dreams. Oh, I'm sorry, what? Amon Darton, a noble man who lived 2 centuries ago. Wait, what the fuck just happened? Ominous, sweet, and suave, where Caleb is intense and dangerous, and Darcy feels more torn than ever. Soon she finds herself embroiled in a triangle of lies, deceit, and inexplicable events that make her question her sanity. She must make the ultimate choice, but will she survive it? Guys, I fear I'm gonna eat this shit up. I don't know. I literally don't care that it's history. I need to know. Wait, this better be good. This better be good. Next, we have Nothing Like the Movies by Lynn Painter. I read Better Than the Movies and I rated it 4 stars. I actually didn't expect to like that book at all because it's YA and I don't usually like YA, but that book was so cute. Do I remember what happened in there? Maybe like a general story I do, but nothing in depth. Anyway, Nothing Like the Movies is the 2nd installment to that book, I think. Anyway, I feel like it's gonna be really cute and I heard a lot of people talk really good things about this. Culty by Mariana Zapata. I have never read anything by her and I hear that she's the queen of slow burn romance. I have heard so many people talk so good about this book. One of my friends said that this is her favorite book and she reread it like 10 times. So I want to read Culty by her and From Lukov with Love. I'm kind of in between those two. I don't know which one I want to read first. So do let me know which one you like more. But I feel like it's a 50-50 and every time I ask everybody, there's never a clear choice. So I feel like I just need to read both. Blind Side by Candy Steiner. I think it's a whole series. I don't have the whole series, but I feel like this book is on like my immediate TBR, but I do want to read the rest of the series at some point in my life as well. I actually don't really know what this is even about. It says Clay Johnson is the hottest safety in the nation and my new fake boyfriend. Oh, I do love me a good fake boyfriend relationship. Next we have these two from Lucy Score, No More Secrets and Fall into Temptation. Anything that Lucy writes, I will be reading and devouring it through and through. I don't think I know what either of these are about, but it is from the same series. It's a Blue Moon romantic comedy. The only thing that stops me from reading these books is that it's told in a 3rd point of view, but I feel like for Lucy, I can't overlook that. Actually, while we're on the subject of Lucy Score, I have also been meaning to read this entire series by her. It's Pretend You're Mine, Protecting What's Mine, and Finally Mine. I don't know if it follows the same couple or not. I know it's like a small town romance and I'm pretty sure I was like this close to reading one of them one time and then I once again saw that it was told in a 3rd point of view, and books that are told in a 3rd point of view, I need to have a special sort of reading mood for them and I haven't had that yet. All right, this next one this is for when I'm feeling extra spicy, okay? Because every single one of these is a Why Choose Romance. But listen to this, okay? We have Nanny for the Neighbors. Do you see the cover? I already love it. I'm in love with it, thank you. Then we have 3 Swedish Mountain Men. I don't know how I feel about like mountain men, because when I think of a mountain man, I think of a bear, but I'm sure they are, oh, hello. Please hold. I just peeked at the back. Ryven, the cool, collected doctor. Eli, the flirty ski instructor. And Cole, the rugged blonde ranger. Ah! Wait. Wait, listen to this. Listen to this. After my ex-boyfriend viciously humiliated me online, I know I have to get away. The last thing I expect on my trip to Sweden is a moose standing in the middle of the road or the mysterious bearded ranger who pulls me from my wrecked car. Now a storm's brewing and I'm being carried into a secluded mountain cabin by a Nordic god rippling with muscles. Inside I'm greeted by 3 sizzling hot mountain men. Okay, I've heard what I needed to hear and it has officially moved up on my TBR list to possibly a #1 spot. But wait, we might have one that's even better. Triple duty Bodyguards. You guys know I love a bodyguard romance. This is a 3-in-1 bodyguard romance. Like, can it get any better? As one of the most hated celebrities, I'm used to unwanted attention, but when I wake up one morning to find an obsessed stalker has broken into my house, I know I need security fast. Enter the angels, my 3 ex-military bodyguards. Glenn, the gentle Scottish sweetheart. Kenta, the secretive long-haired soldier. And Matt, the blue-eyed, bad-tempered leader. Having 3 gorgeous men guarding me 24/7 sounds like a dream come true. Sure does. But it turns out to be a nightmare. I don't think so. We don't get on. Oh my god, they also hate each other. God bless. They think I'm a demanding diva. I think they're overdramatic. When a trip to America sends the guy's protective instincts into override, the sizzling tension between us finally breaks and I learn my bodyguard's biggest secret. They want me. Okay, okay. If you're not running to Amazon to buy those right now, just from what I read on the back, there's something wrong with you. Next, we have the Star-Crossed series. Wait, is this like 2-in-1? Hold on, is it 2 books in, wait, oh my god, it is. Okay, first we have, so I think book 1 is Just Like Heaven, and then book 2 is Shining Like Hell. Listen, I have no idea what either of these books are about, but on the back it says, our love stories bathed in crimson and drenched in bullets, because sometimes Romeo comes with tattoos, guns, and a taste for blood. And I read that and I said, I have read what I needed to read, and it has officially made it on my TBR. The standards to make it onto my TBR are pretty low. The Syndicator. You guys know I absolutely loved the Dark Verse series. This is book 6 and this is the conclusion to the series. I do feel like the longer I wait to read this, the more I forget what happened in book 1 through 5. But I am a little bit scared of her because 1, she's kind of thick. 2, because some people didn't like the ending, and I just really like the series and I don't want to be disappointed. Okay, thank you. These books aren't on my TBR list, but I'm just gonna show them to you real quick. They actually need to be moved from my TBR card because these are the Christmas books that I didn't get around to, and that's just a shame. Oh, you know what? I lied to you earlier when I said that I was in the middle of reading only 2 series right now. I'm actually in the middle of reading 3 series because I also read book 1 from this series. I don't really remember the name of the book 1, but I'll find it and put it on the screen somewhere. But we have these Magnolia Falls series, and it's a small town romance. The first book was like cute, but it was nothing really special. I'm saving these for when I'm like in a cutie little small town romance mood. We have Wild River, Forbidden King, Beating Heart, and Finding Haze. The covers of these are a 10 out of 10. Okay, now don't yell at me, but I've only ever read 1 Frida McFadden book. Guys, I know, okay? I do need to get into the rude. I do need to get into the whole Frida McFadden world, okay? And first, this is like the one that I want to read the most is The Inmate, because this is like the book that everybody has recommended me from her. I just know that once I start reading this, there is no putting it down. I've read Never Lie by her, and I literally read it in under 24 hours because I needed to know what's happening. I'm not a patient person, okay? So once the book starts, I need to know how it ends. Next, we have The Housemaid. This is actually the second one, The Housemaid's Secret, but I do want to read The Housemaid as well. It's somewhere on my shelves. And I believe there's 3rd and 4th book, or maybe it's just 3 books. I'm not sure, but I do want to read the whole series. And finally, this is her, I think, most recent book launch, or maybe one of the most recent ones. We have The Co-Worker. So I'm sitting here and editing this fucking video, and can you explain to me how am I looking at the book that's called The Boyfriend and literally coming up with my own title and calling it The Co-Worker? It literally, like, the biggest text on there says the boyfriend. Where the fuck did the co-worker come from? Oh my god. I have no idea what this one's about. Let's read the back. She's looking for the perfect man. He's looking for the perfect victim. Spooky. Sydney Shaw, like every single woman in New York, has a terrible luck with dating. She's seen it all. Men who live in their dating profile, men who stick her with the dinner bill, and worst of all, men who can't shut up about their mothers. But finally, she hits the jackpot. Does she though? Does she though? Her new boyfriend is utterly perfect. He's charming, handsome, serial killer. It doesn't say that. I put that in myself. He's charming, handsome, and works as a doctor at a local hospital. Sydney swept off her feet. Am I gonna be like scared that every man's gonna kill me after this? Then the brutal murder of a young woman, the latest in a string of death across a coast. The primary suspect, a mystery man who dates his victims before he kills them. I already solved this. But you know what? It's never that easy. It's probably like her that's killing everybody. Sydney should feel safe after all. She's dating the man of her dreams, but she can't shake her own suspicions that the perfect man may not be as perfect as he seems because someone is watching her every move, and if she doesn't get to the truth, she'll be the killer's next victim. I'm scared. On the note of me being scared, we have these two bad boys right here. I'm pretty sure book 3 is like coming out soon, and I said that I was gonna read the whole series once the last and final book is out. We have How Does It Feel and What Did You Do? Listen, the amount of people I have seen talk about these books are insane, and I must know what's happening for myself. And also, these covers are absolutely fucking gorgeous, and book 3 cover, chef's kiss. I'm literally like, you can't see it, but I'm literally sitting here covered in books. I wouldn't have it any other way. Next we have Five Brothers by Penelope Douglas. Listen, this one I do have a little bone to pick with because I thought Five Brothers, Penelope Douglas, why choose romance? Five brothers, you get the fucking rest. Apparently this is not a why choose romance, and she actually does choose a brother. Please do update me. Does she choose a brother or not? Actually, don't tell me. Do you think I'm gonna like this book? I want to be surprised. No, do tell me. I want to know. Let's read the back. Maybe the back will tell me. You know what I mean? Macon is the oldest, 31, ex-Marine. I don't think I've ever seen him smile. Army is 28, a single dad with the most beautiful green eyes. Iron will be in prison soon. Dallas is the one I hate, 21, cruel and selfish. And Trace is mine. I'll leave first thing tomorrow morning. I just want to crash on the couch tonight. Their house is dark and quiet and everyone else is asleep except for him. Okay, what's happening? He sees me crying and comes at me from behind. I let him wrap his arms around my body and hold me tightly. His breath is on my neck, his fingers are in my hair, and he doesn't stop there. I don't think it was Trace. Did you never look? I'm sorry, are you blind? Is that like the thing? I have no idea what's going on. Okay, next, moving on, we have The Graham Effect by Elle Kennedy. I actually, when I'm foreign, I'm not really sure if I say Graham correctly. Is that how you fucking read this word? Anyway, this one right here. Maybe, you know what? Maybe it's my sign if I can't read the fucking name of the book. I shouldn't even get into it. I've only read ever one book by Elle Kennedy, and I did hear a lot of good things about this one, so that's why it's on my TBR. The Unmaking of June Farrow. One of my friends told me that this is one of her all-time favorite books, but then I found out that it had zero spice, and I don't even know, does it have romance? I don't know. I found out something about it and it kind of turned me off the book, but it's still on like my TBR because, I mean, it's not that thick, so like we could just quickly read it to see for ourselves. I've read the back of this book quite a bit of times, and pretty much after her grandmother's death, June follows a series of clues that link her to her mother's disappearance, to the town's dark history, leading finally to a red door. Behind it may lay the answer to the mysteries that have always lingered in the shadows. Upon crossing the threshold, June embarks on a journey that will not only change both the past and the future, but entangle her fate and her heart in a star-crossed love. I feel like she told me that she cried over it. I don't remember. Now these two, I have zero idea what they're about, but one is called Seventh Circle, the other one is called Anarchy, and I just do feel like it's gonna be a fun read. Let's see, this one is Criminal Underworld, Badass Morally Gray FMC, Killer Cliffhangers. Okay. Spice in chapter 1. Okay. Reverse harem. Oh, what? Okay, I didn't know that. And age gaps. I fear I do need to read the back. I did not know this was a reverse harem book. I wouldn't fall because the second I did, someone would be there to slit my throat and toss me into the sharks. After all, it's what I would do. 5 years ago, I masterminded the infamous massacre of Tri-State Timberwolves. The streets outside of the Wolves HQ ran red with blood of the old guard, and not one of the members loyal to my father was spared mercy, not a single one. I let the media twist and distort my story. My new recruits eagerly proved themselves by spreading false news, then covering our tracks. I'll do anything to keep my empire safe and thriving, to keep the people depending on me safe. So what do I do when it's my own weakness that places us in all the danger? When I let sex cloud my judgment and people pay the price. Simple. Kill the distractions. I am so excited about this. Moving on to Pucking Sweet by Emily Roth. I believe this is the second book to Pucking Around, but it doesn't follow the same people. I'm pretty sure it's just set in the same like hockey world. Wait, excuse me. It says Jacksonville Rays book 3. So what the fuck is book 2 then? Because Pucking Around is book 1. I'm guessing I'm missing book 2 and this is book 3. Pucking Around, Pucking Wild, and Pucking Sweet. Okay, so I think I need to read Pucking Wild before I read Pucking Sweet. That just adds more books to my TBR. I forgot about these books that I had from Lucy's Score. We have The Body in the Backyard and The Dead Guy Next Door, a Riley Thorne novel. To be honest, I have no idea what these are about. I don't even know if these are romance, but I'm pretty sure like Lucy Score only like writes romance, right? This one was one of those I saw a TikTok and I immediately bought it. That's what happened. Chasing Love by Kat T. Mason, the Dark Love series book 1. It's a whole series, but I didn't buy the whole series because I want to see how much I'm gonna like book 1 before moving on. But let's read the back. He was my first love, shattered me, then left without a goodbye. 8 years have passed and now he's back, but I'm engaged. Oh, yes, I already love it. And he will do anything to make sure I'm his. Again, yes, I fought to rebuild my life. So when the ever so perfect Julian Baker proposes marriage, I'm ready to forget the past and move on with my new love. In a cruel twist of fate, my past and future collide. I'm forced to face the men who destroyed my heart back in high school. Lex Edwards, turned billionaire tycoon, is ruthless, cunning, and will not stop until I'm his. A complicated love triangle was never something I imagined when Julian proposed to me, especially not involving Lex. Hearts and egos are bound to be broken, but whose heart will capture mine when the darkness fades? You know what? I, for the longest time, thought that I don't like love triangles, but I take that fucking back. I love a good love triangle, especially when it literally breaks my entire heart and I want to cry. Call me sick. Wilder by Rebecca Yarros. I'm scared. I haven't read this book. I want to read it because I haven't read a bad book by Rebecca Yarros yet. But every single book I read by her, I love, and it breaks me. It breaks me to fucking death, just like a love letter did, just like, what was that other one that she wrote? I forgot the name of it, but I'm gonna find it and put it on the screen. Iron Flame also broke me. So, Rebecca, me and you don't have a good track record. So now every time you launch a book, I'm scared of it. Ooh. A Hue of Blue is another TikTok book. Like, I saw a bunch of TikToks about it and I immediately bought it, and then I kept seeing more and more TikToks about it, and I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe I'm not emotionally stable enough to be reading this shit, because I hear this one's like not a fun one. Bride by Ali Hazelwood. I mean, I've heard what I needed to hear about this book online, and I immediately bought it. Apparently it's spicy. He is a vampire, and that's all I needed to know, quite frankly. Ooh. This is another series we have from Blood and Ash. I'm not gonna read you the back because it's long, but it's a fantasy series and everybody's fucking talking about it, and you best believe I do have the whole series here. So we have From Blood and Ash. They're not in order because I don't know the order. Then we have The War of Two Queens, The Crown of Gilded Bones, A Soul of Ash and Blood, and A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire. Yeah, this is a lot. Once I start this series, I know that I'm not gonna probably be able to read anything else, because once I start like a fantasy series that follows the same timeline, the same like storyline throughout the whole books, I need to finish the whole thing. I can't just be taking breaks in between because I must know what happens. This one right here, Never Keep by Caroline Peckham and Suzanne Valenti. These are the same authors as Zodiac Academy, and you guys know Zodiac Academy is like my fucking Roman Empire, so when I saw them launch the new book, I was like, hell yeah. And I also received this in as an art copy, like probably a couple months before it got even released. I thought I was gonna read it, but thank God I fucking didn't, because listen to me, apparently people are saying that this is even more heartbreaking than Zodiac Academy, and the cliffhanger at the end of this book is gonna like kill you. So that's why I'm waiting for them to release other books before I start this one. I'm gonna need the whole series to be completed before I subject myself to the fuckery that this book will surely bring me. Variation by Rebecca Yarros. Once again, it's the same thing. Rebecca Yarros, you scarred me, which is why every time I see a book, I'm scared. Yeah, listen to this shit. Listen. No matter how much time passed, or even if she never forgave me for holding onto my secrets, I would love Ali Russo until the day I died. Like, it's already giving I wanna cry, but I actually don't even know what it's about. You guys, I almost forgot to mention my like almost #1 spot on my TBR, and it's because it's not on my TBR card. Please hold. I feel like you should already know what it is. I have not read The Crescent City by Sarah J Maas. I know, okay, I know, but have you seen these thick fuckers? Like, I feel like 3 of these will take me like a year to get through. I don't know. They look so thick and intimidating, but I do need to get into these because, I mean, Sarah J Maas is like literally my mother, so like I need to read every single book she has ever came out with. I think what I'm waiting for with these is once she announces ACOTAR, I'm gonna just start fucking rereading every single book she's ever dropped, and then I might as well just read these. But I do feel like because we don't know when ACOTAR 6 comes out, I might as well just read this one now, because you know, it could be never. I hope not. All right, did you think we were done? Think again. That was all the books that I have physically here, but there's also a lot of books that I'm like this close to ordering. I just don't have space on my TBR card, which is why they're just sitting in my Amazon card, but I feel like I need to tell you what they are, okay? We're gonna go quite quickly through them. I'm not gonna read the back because I don't have them. First, we have Bleeding Heart series, and specifically, I don't care about the whole series, I specifically care about The Torment Part 1 and 2. I saw Larry read it the other week and she was like sobbing at the end of it. I was like, wait, I need to read this. Like, she was unwell and I want to be unwell too. Next, this is another book that Larry recommended me. I feel like honestly this whole fucking TBR list is because of Larry. What can I say? I'm very easily influenced to read books. We have the North Shore series. I know only the name of book 1. We have Beautiful Fiend, but it's 5 of them, I think. I want to read the whole series because apparently it's like a very good dark romance series that's gonna make you question your own well-being, and who doesn't want that? Who doesn't fucking want that? Oh my god, this is another one. We have House of Devils series, and specifically the first book is City of Gods and Monsters. And then we have City of Souls and Sinners, City of Lies and Legends, and the one that hasn't come out yet, we have City of Smoke and Brimstone. Wait, when is this one coming out? Oh, May 13th of 2025, so it's coming out pretty soon. Mariana told me about these books. She said that they're absolutely amazing. Okay, this next one is the one that I've had in my Amazon card for, I feel like, so long now. It is the Hardy Billionaire series. You guys know I love me a good billionaire romance. Like, that's all I ever want 4 books in total here. Between Commitment and Betrayal, Between Love and Loathing, Between Never and Forever, and Between Desire and Denial. The fact that it's a Billionaire Brother series is a 12 out of 10 because you know how I feel about the Windsor series. And that could potentially be the next Windsor series for me. The next one we have, it's a 5-book series. I've also had this on my radar for so long now. We have Don't Let Me Fall, Don't Let Me Go, Don't Let Me Break, Let Me Love You, and Don't Let Me Down. Fuck, that's so many books. Is this like a college, high school romance? Fuck, if it's a high school romance, I don't know if I want it. Someone please let me know if this is a high school romance, because I don't know if I'm into high school romance anymore. I think I'm too old. Moving on, this next one we have, okay, the next 2 kind of go hand in hand. I am reading them this year. You hear me? I'm reading these this year. The Ruthless Boys of the Zodiac Academy. Do I have to say more? You guys know I devour Zodiac Academy, blah blah blah. You already heard that. The Ruthless Boys of the Zodiac Academy and Darkmoor Penitentiary, because Ruthless Boys of Zodiac Academy happened before Zodiac Academy, right? And then the Darkmoor Penitentiary happens after the Zodiac Academy. So like I read the in-between, now I have to read the outside ones. And I cannot be more excited because the Ruthless Boys of the Zodiac Academy is a reverse harem book. And it's a whole series and they're so fucking thick. Oh, I'm already in love. You probably like watching this and you're like, Yana, does this ever end? And the answer is yes, we're almost to the end. This one, I don't know why it's on my list, but I think it's because on here it says best of #BookDoc, and that's probably where my ass got it from. We have When the Moon Hatched. Okay, first of all, can we appreciate the cover? Can we appreciate how absolutely gorgeous, stunning, absolutely amazing this looks? It just says on here everything I needed to know. A fast-paced romantasy with undeniable chemistry and in a stunning, impressive world. And it's a series. The second book is not out yet. Oh, it comes out on October 7th of 2025. This next one is a 4-book series again, and they're incomplete. I hate incomplete series. Like, can authors just like drop the whole series? Because I like reading complete series. But anyway, we have The Spark of the Everflame, Glow of an Everflame. I thought The Spark of an Everflame and The Glow of an Everflame is like completed series, but apparently there is a Heat of the Everflame that's already, wait, oh, it's releasing on March 11th. And then book 4 isn't even out, but on here it says that it's a 4-book series. So I guess that's confirmed. Okay, and this last one, I keep seeing it at Barnes & Noble. Every single time I go to Barnes & Noble, I feel like I pick this book up. We have, it's a 2-book series again. We have Throne of the Fallen. And then the second book, we have Throne of Secrets. Anyway, wow. Honestly, that was so fun because now I know everything that I have on my TBR list. We read the backs of them, so I know what to expect. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to follow me on BookDoc because it's still a thing. TikTok is not going away. Let's have our fingers crossed. So follow me on BookDoc for now. And actually, for everyone that's asking me like where I'm gonna go, if TikTok goes away, I will make an Instagram account and I'll update you on my like makeup Instagram account. You could follow me right here for all the updates on my book Instagram in case TikTok goes away, which like I don't think it will, but like obviously nobody knows. I don't want to make a book Instagram right now just because I already have so many social media accounts. I post everything on my BookDoc as of now. If that goes away, there will be another platform. You best fucking believe I will be posting and yapping about books. You will not escape me. I will not just leave, okay? Don't you fucking worry about that. You'll find me if you watch my YouTube videos, if you follow me on Instagram, if you literally search up, like if TikTok goes away and you search up Rihanna Reads on Instagram, I will be fucking the first one to pop up because I will be making that account, okay? But I hope you enjoyed today's video and I gotta go read books clearly because I have a lot of things to do. Love you, and I will see you in my next one. Bye! Also, if you stayed around until all the way to the end of the video, I think I should show you my rhinestoned orchid Lego set. Like, please tell me this is not the most beautiful thing you have ever seen, because I know you can't. And now I'm actually looking for more Lego sets to bedazzle, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, bye.